song. What happened, for those of you that don't know? Kris Bruders made a post as a way for artists to, express himself.
A living, breathing folk song was a direct response to the tax bomb they're laying on our community, and I reached out to the community about writing lyrics for a song.
And then Cody's like, hey, we really gotta do this, put this together, perform it.
I saw what Kris was doing, and I wanted to get in on it right away because I had a lot of things to say.
It's now become a people's song. Its identity is the Crossroads. It is the Kansas City music scene. This came out of a place about giving a voice to the people. Like, we don't have papers anymore. They're gone. We have no voices. Our legislators don't work for us. Where are the people's lobbyists?
And it was like, hey, why not do it at the Real Good Happy Hour? Because that's one of the best. Why not?
The Rural Grid Happy Hour is a show that has dedicated its life to rural American music, folk music, blues music. They'll put your name in a hat and you'll get drawn with someone you don't know. And you get 5 minutes to go and write a song with them, and you get on stage and you perform it.
The whole dynamic of this neighborhood changes immediately by putting a downtown stadium out here. We're not sports bars. This is the one neighborhood where you can go to get away from that. When you drop a stadium in this neighborhood, that all changes overnight.
30 years ago, when I first started playing in Kansas City, this was a ghost town. There were a couple of people, Jim Leedy, David Ford, who found some places, turned them into art galleries, started renovating, and started attracting more people who said, hey, that's kind of a cool place. And I followed them down here and went, hey, can I have a gig? And they said, yeah. And then we built a culture.
The Crossroads neighborhood is almost exclusively independently and locally owned businesses. And that's how this community was built in the first place.
So some bands that we have seen in this neighborhood captured by robots.
I was going to say that one.
You were going to say
that's a big one, man.
The Afghan Wigs, Red Cross, Melvins,
John Lee Hooker Jr., T-Model Ford,
Elvis Costello, Bob Log, Fanny at the record bar.
Fanny.
That was an incredible show. Freight Train Rabbit Killer, The Grizzly Hand,
Perry Quinn, Mikal Shapiro,
Supermassive Black Holes,
Jason Beers, Mike Stover, Chris Meck, Greg Todd, rest in peace, John Paul, Rex Hobart and the Misery Boys,
Adam Lee, Philistine, Bert McGrain, and Victor and Penny,
Johnny Hamill, Marco Pasqualini, Mr. Marcos V7, Jeff Harshberger.
And the jazz scene too, not only. Rod Fleeman, Rich Hill. You can go see legends that have played with Buddy Holly. This culture is super rich.
If the Crossroads goes, I genuinely don't know what will happen to local original music in Kansas City. Not just rock and roll, but jazz. All kinds of music.
People are saying we can just move somewhere else.
It doesn't work like that.
25 years to build this. You can't just move that overnight. You can't move that in a year. You can't move that in 5 years. This is something that will have to be rebuilt from scratch. Vote no.
Vote no.
And get these sons of bitches out of our neighborhood.